brings up me thinking about what my father went through.
What my grandpa's message does for me is it just allows me to be myself. It allows me to try new things. It grounds me, and it's just an overflowing creativity. So my music, I guess, is a little bit more alternative, but there's still a through line of just like the spirit. So that's what he did for me, yeah.
I mean, Bob is an icon here, and he has made such an impact in the world, and I think the first place we want to celebrate him is at home. So we're really excited about that, and to see his life on the big screen, I'm actually can't wait to see it. I think for a small country, we're always so prideful, and to have an individual that transcends the small country that we have here is also, it's brilliant and it's fantastic. And for me to be able mentioned in the same category as Bob Marley is huge, because everywhere in the world you go, everybody knows who Bob is. And I think for us as a tiny country, especially for young Jamaicans who are coming up, they too can understand that they can have an impact. Doesn't matter the size of your country or where you're from, because Bob is from Trenchtown, so, an inner city. So for me, that says a lot about our country, and just being able to have that impact and to know that you too can be as big as Bob. I think it's important for the family, especially because they would have learned the history and have all the memories from their mom, passing down to this generation and also to their grandkids. I think it's important that the family tells that story, because they would have had a personal interaction and a more close-knit to be able to tell that story. So I think that was really important, and I guess I want to big up Ziggy for producing this. And I think for me as a Jamaican, it makes me feel proud to be able to witness this and to know that the family has done such a tremendous job in carrying on the name of the Marley.
One thing that I think the world consistently needs is actual love, tangible, powerful, intrinsic love. And that's why One Love is still one of the top streaming songs in the world. That's why Bob Marley's music is still so powerful and potent, because the message still stands today. And so putting it out, during Love Month in February is absolutely perfect. And as a reminder, when you watch the movie, you'll see that his journey within helped him to sustain himself as he experienced success on the outside world. And so what I love about Bob Marley as an individual is that he never forgot his inner self. And as an artist and singer, actor, everything, that's part of our journey. So necessary. So how it feels to have the premiere in Jamaica, I think the best part about the premiere being here is seeing all of my colleagues here that worked on this film. Not just the actors, I'm talking about crew. A lot of staff members on the ground are people I've worked with on different occasions. So I think that pride that we did this together is, you can't get any better than that. So I think how it feels to be here first is very important. Well, first of all, I have to applaud Kingsley. I have to give him so much credit for his emotional, mental, and physical dedication, because from day one in rehearsals, he was very much had his blinders on. And that's his way of channeling the spirit of Bob Marley. And I watched him, even how inquisitive he was with a lot of the cast members when he would be speaking patois, asking us questions. Is this the right way to say this? He also was constantly learning and willing to learn. And in our field, no matter what part of creativity you work in, being willing to learn and be a student is so important. So Kingsley's a student of life, I feel. And so I am just so happy that he did this, yeah. Well, I think having Ziggy on set, having Sedella on set, Rohan has jumped up on set before, even Uncle Neville, rest in power. Having them there and the presence of them, it made us feel, I want to say, safe and understood. Because of course we're Jamaicans, culturally we're in a different place, we're living in London and it's freezing cold and all this kind of stuff. So to have the family there, you know what it felt like coming to set? More felt like going to hang out with your friends instead of I'm going into work. Even for me, I would sit beside Ziggy in the producer's chair and watch, while they're filming Kingsley or something else, and we're just so relaxed about it, talking about life, talking about legacy, especially because this kicks off the legacy for many of us, right? So having the family there was absolutely necessary, yeah. And having another Jamaican to just be like, "Wow, go on, you're good," and you can talk about the food, and you can, share little things that we
share a lot of cultural things.
Exactly, and when we find good food in different spots, in London, we'll definitely share with each other. So, yeah, man.
Bob Marley was, a symbol of love, a symbol of, just joy and peace. So definitely, especially on that day, that is the message that people need to hear and the legacy that they need to, embrace. Pretty much parallel to what I said earlier, just the message of love and peace and unity, because that's what the man stood for. And, that's what the whole, reggae music is about, love and peace. And, especially with what's going on in the world, that's the message we want to get out there. We want people to be unified. We want people to just show love and feel love, So definitely, I want them to feel the love, bro.
I think Bob Marley's work and legacy has had such an impact on global affairs. I think Bob Marley's music has been and continues to be the anthem of liberation struggles right across the world. I think his music adds voice to the voiceless, people who have been oppressed. And as the generations move on, his work may fade in the background. So it's very important that we continue to reestablish his work and his impact. And I think the film does this in a very big way. And that the producers and makers of the film have chosen to use the Jamaican backdrop adds the authenticity to the film, the legitimacy to the film. And that the world premiere is here is also significant. It pays a great honor to the Jamaican culture and to Bob's life as well. I think clearly it's Bob's very strong resistance. This idea of resisting oppression, speaking up and standing up. I think that's very important. It speaks to the Jamaican spirit. We have a word for it, it's called taloa. And I think you will see that in the film. But it is also a testament to the incredible pool of culture and talent that exists in Jamaica.
Yeah, man, it's showing you how great Bob Marley is. And it's showing you the struggles, the ups and downs that he went through, from what happened in Jamaica in 1976, when they got exiled in England in 1977, and the peace concert 78. So people who didn't know Bob was gonna know Bob now. It's showing you the root where everything started. It started from the root before it became the branches. They did it right, and that is the only way it could be right. And none of us knew what to expect, what was gonna happen. I mean, we knew we were gonna film in England, and we knew we were gonna film in Jamaica. But we thought we were gonna be in probably like a studio the whole time. No, we went to see the original spots. We run on the bridge, original bridge. We come to Jamaica, we went to Trenchtown. It's like we went to Cane River. We did everything so we could feel it, so this movie is magical, very emotional and very magical, and you're going to feel it. My father, family man, teach me everything I know, and to listen to the stories over the years and live with him and eat with him, it's like being there. I'm not acting like him, I have to be him, because even off the camera we still had to be in character. So even like Hector, who play Carly, me and Hector become real brothers. We even still talk like brothers now. Ziggy was there the whole time, making sure everything was in order. And he had Neville Garrett, who was there with Ziggy, looking over everything. I mean, every morning Ziggy is there early, We come anytime, no matter what time, even if it's late, he's still there. So that's why it's gonna be the right way. So that is the right way. As we will say, peace, love, and unity. That is the order of what we represent.
The day of the release of the movie is Valentine's Day. It's a day that people, fall in love, and love is everything. One love is everything, which means all of us are the same. We all love one another as brothers and sisters. And the day my father actually met Bob Marley was Valentine's Day. So, it's a real one love, And it's a full circle for us. And we're happy to be here,
Yeah, it's a pleasure, because this means a lot to the world. Right now we're having a little wars going on. We need to clean it up. The world belongs to everyone. No special country, to everyone.
I mean, it's special for all of us because we were all born here. My father was born here. I was born here. We are representing Jamaica to the fullest. So Jamaica is a very small place on this world when it comes to the size of but look how big we are, as in look how big Bob Marley's face is. I believe Bob Marley is the most influential artist and the most positive artist that ever lived.
Yeah, so we want to say thanks for the support and the love. People like Brad Pitt and others who helped to produce this movie.
Ziggy Marley,
Stella, the Marley family, everybody.
Yeah.
And
Ray Ronaldo, especially the director, my brother, man.
So anyway, we want to make sure the world enjoys this and learns from it and move on and make it a better place.
I mean, it's super special for me because I've always thought about them making a Bob Marley movie, but it's been so long that I've never seen a biopic of Bob. So it's like, I never thought it was actually ever going to happen. So when I seen the casting call, and I said, wow, is this real? Like, I didn't really think it was real. So I kind of pushed it to the side. I was working on my album, very focused on mixing and mastering my album. And then I thought about it one day, like, what if this is real? And I go to the movie theaters and I'm sitting down in like a crowd of 100 people and I see someone representing my dad who I feel like is not probably representing the way that I know it can be represented, And I would be there like, I want to jump on him. I see him be like, that's my dad. Like, that's embarrassing for me. I'd rather be like, try at least to get the role and see what happens. So I said, you know what? I know this guy like the back of my hand. I literally followed him my whole life on tour, I'm watching him, and he taught me guitar solos, and we played along, and we practiced along, and we performed along, so I was like, you know what, this is easy for me. I'm a performer. I do this every day. I sing, I rap, I go on stage, I rehearse, I do this. So acting is the same thing. He was an actor in the film when he was young, and I feel like it's just in my blood, because he used to carry around a camera, and, we used to take it and be like, yo, let's do our own movie, So I used to practice. I was working on a TV series with Tory Lanez, so I was well prepped for this moment, as in just being there and being able to fulfill my acting career. So I'm happy to be here and step foot into this league and, keep the legacy alive. I had all the moves down pat, and he was like, man, you got it all. You just forgetting this one move. He was like, do this one move right here. I was like, all right, I got you, Dad. I won't forget it. So I made sure I nailed that, and it should be in the film. You'll be able to see that Junior Marvin bop, and you'll be like, yeah. Now, when you watch Live at the Rainbow and anything from those tours in 1977 to 78, you'll be like, nah, this guy, woo, Ric Flair.
I think he did an excellent job. He did it better than me. Very proud of him. He's got talent. Well, unconditional love. Go home with unconditional love in your heart. You can never go wrong.
Well, February is Grandpa's month already, and then the 14th is Love Day, and him is the Love General. So perfect day, perfect month. This is the home of it all, so this is very crucial and very important that we're representing here and giving the Jamaican people a moment to also experience this. Yeah, man. Oh, he's my teacher. Not just music, life, honey. There's always a message or a song that represents something somewhere in my life.
Bob's birthday is in February. Black History Month is in February. One Love on February. I like that. I like the sound of that, man. It's amazing. It's a great date for us, and I'm really excited by that. To be here with the people of Jamaica, our cast, our crew. We shot here in Jamaica. We shot in Trenchtown. Amazing to share it with them, share it with the Marley family. This movie's a gift. It's a real blessing to be a part of it. We focus on a period of time of musical creation, musical genius. Bob went into overdrive and he created one of the greatest albums of the 20th century. So we focus on that period of time to show people the man behind the music, or at least a window into his life. And look, can't ever tell a person's life in 2 hours, but we tried to show you enough that encapsulates, and I think we found the right window to do that. Of course, I was a fan, a big fan, a huge fan. In our household, it was just a staple. It was like something that you had to have. And so hearing that music, but I think what was interesting about making this movie was trying to understand the lyrics in a way that I never heard them before. And that was a deeper understanding for me in going through the process of making this movie. So I hope we bring audiences closer to the lyrics of the music. When you put incredible actors in the room, they're searching for the truth, they're searching for the authenticity, and they're searching for the real true meaning of why they're making this story. And so they both dug deep in order to deliver that. I know that Kingsley had a whole camp set up in order to transform into Bob, and what a magnificent job he does. But together was finding that core relationship. So to have that access, you can get those performances nuanced. And I think we were just very fortunate and blessed to have that access. From day one, Ziggy was on the call that brought me onto this project as a producer. So I'm so grateful to him personally, the whole Marley family, Sedella, Rita, Steven, everybody that I met to help, champion this film. They gave us access. They gave us their truth, and that's all I could ask for. I hope it's an inspiration for the next generation of people that don't know Bob Marley, for my kids, for my sons, that will get to see that and learn about him and his life, and learn about Rita and her life.
We showed humorous side, fearful side, violent side, jealous side, all different sides, They're both powerful actors. And like my father and my mother, they had a mutual respect for each other. And I don't know, like the same intention in what they were doing. It brings up me thinking about what my father went through that he didn't show emotionally. The circumstances that he went through that period of time were life-changing circumstances. It wasn't regular life. And so I wonder, doing the movie made me wonder how it affected him on the inside, So that's how I think about that.